Hello all, Sabello here. So first of all, my guild came second in the Rumble, so we've done really well there. And we got, I think it was 200 BP or something, and 500,000 of each resource. But all walls are done. I think we'd done that yesterday anyway. I'm sitting on a ton of gold. I actually was on full gold, but I managed to purchase an outfit from the trade ship. Not that I particularly collect them, but just thought it's a way to get rid of some gold, and donated in the blacksmith as well. So the perks are covered for hours, so we've got no concerns there. We're going to be jumping into raids, but I've been thinking, I think we're going to go for a PR push. I would like to get to 600, which should put me, I think, top 30 or top 10 in the UK. Let's have a quick little look here. So I'm already at 142nd. I lost a couple of raids today. Well, so I raided a little while ago. Very bad gameplay by myself, but that happens. No one gets raiding 100% right all the time. It's impossible. But I've done some really good raids yesterday. I'm not going to share them. No, we'll just carry on and think about today's ones. So let's quickly go a little bit quicker, Sib. Around the 600 mark is going to get us, top 50 in the UK. I will take that, being a Pirate Hall 9. So that's going to be our objective. We've got loads of gold there. We'll do research as and when we can. Let's have some fun. We've been doing a lot of farming since playing the game. It's time we have a little push. We change it up a little bit. So we're going to be focusing on PR pushing over the, however long it takes. I might get to 500. I can't go any further, but we'll do our best. So it might mean we take on, less difficult bases. But if we get up to 600 PR together, fantastic. Let's jump into it. Hopefully I have all my troops. Yes, I believe I do. I've got Mac McCracken of all LPs to take. But he done alright on the last base I raided, so we'll carry on taking him with us. I think Cornelius is back in about 2 hours, but I won't be recording at that point. So something like this would be ideal. We've got 5+ on show here. Resource not that great. We really need someone with a bit more. We want to start pushing up a little bit first. So like a 10+ PR, so we need to, like this one is real ideal. However, the layout is not. I don't like attacking these bases because a lot can go wrong, and I did attack a similar base, and that was the the problem that I had. Okay, I think if we come in this back way here, we've got to do a lot of clearing out. So let's just pray for the best that we're gonna do a job properly and clear out these outline buildings, because that's where the last raid went wrong. I didn't take enough gunners as well to get the job done. I'm leaving myself with 12 gunners. Isn't a lot really. I've got less tanks now as well. Let's just try and get a couple of those in now for when our gunners decide to start pushing into the base. And maybe get a witch doctor on the go. Hopefully, yeah, that's it. Start swimming inwards. As soon as these buildings start to go down, we can now start thinking about getting our bombers into this location. The stonemason there, once that goes down, our bombers should start to target the walls here, like so. So if we deploy them here, hopefully we're going to be okay. Get a heavy gunner in there, a priestess too. We're going to hold back on our heavy gunners for a minute and our juggernauts, because we don't want them all going in there and going in the wrong direction. Come on, bombers. There we go, in there. That's it, perfect. There we go. We're going to start getting Mac in. Now, he's going to go flying ahead of the rest of the crew, but, we'd rather it go in there and start causing a distraction so the bombers can go in there and do their job. Now the bombers should go in now and begin to do their job properly. So let's start getting in, and we lost the priestess and all that action, so we've got to be careful now. Let's start getting in our gunners, and let's start getting in our last few juggies. Pushed our ability too early on the ghastly gunslings because I wasn't concentrating properly. So we've got 4 gunners left. I think we lost the witch doctor in all that action too, but we should be okay. I would think we can get in there properly. I don't know why they're not taking that path there. This could go a bit wrong, this raid. Priestess has gone down again. Too busy talking. We need to try and focus in this way. There we go. Let's try and attract some attention in there. Let's get some of these skeletons up. Let's get our last 4 guns in here, otherwise, you know, things are going to go wrong. We need to get a 50% here. Where's all our troops going? Keep this Witch Doctor alive. We keep him alive, we can resurrect more skeletons. But he's going in too close. He's going in way too close. Use the Jug's ability, they're going to take more damage, but hopefully we're going to get this 50%, at least a 1 star, which means, you know, it hasn't been a complete disaster. I don't know if we're going to be able to do this. You know, there's too much damage coming in, really. We're on 49%. 49%, we've got the 1 star now. Can we resurrect any skeletons in this area? No, not really. You need to come over this way a little bit more, Witch Doctor, but he's not going to because he's focusing on the Juggernauts. These gunners are doing a fantastic job, by the way. We need these skeletons. Come on, guys. In a little bit deeper for us. Just need to go in that little bit deeper because we're running out of troops here. Come on, Juggy. Running out of time as well, so, you know, might as well use the button. It's not really going to help. 1 star. I made many mistakes there, and I'm sure we're going to lose many battles on our climb to 600 PR. We've got another 130 to go. Doesn't sound like a lot, but trust me, it is a lot. Was I happy with the combination of troops there? We'll give it one more try. If not, we'll come out and adjust it a little bit. I've got 5 Ghastly Gunslingers in there, 10 bombers, you know, 23 gunners. I'd like a little bit more, but, you know, we've got the heavy gunner in there as well, so, you know, he adds up to 5 gunners. I don't really want to get rid of the heavy gunner because his range is a lot longer than a normal gunner, so, you know, he's real ideal for that scenario. We need to start sniping over buildings. Okay, we need to look at this base. This base, we've got 1 Grand Panda there and 1 now. If we come through the middle section here, I can see some traps there. The problem is going to be that shark trap there as well. We've got a mortar there. Where's our second mortar? Must be around here somewhere. There we go. So we've got 2 mortars in this direction here. Grand Panda there. Let's go for it. Let's not sit here and worry about things. Let's just get in there. Obviously, Mac McCracken is not the ideal PR pusher. I'm sure a lot of people are laughing, especially the PH11s that watch this. So I'm sure they're going to have a good laugh at this and think, you know what, maybe I'll give that a go too. No, they definitely won't, trust me. They just say, Sib, you're crazy, what are you doing? Okay, no bunkers are facing this way, so that's good news for us. We can start to get our heavy gunner in there, get his damage going. Let's get a Witch Doctor in here for now. I'm going to start getting 3 Juggernauts in this location. I was hoping to deploy the other side of that stone, but, you know, it didn't happen that way. So let's get a line of bombers in there. Let's think about getting a Priestess. Now, let's actually watch her this time, rather than take our eye off the game. And now she's getting in a bit closer. A little bit more. Don't worry about the wall, my love. I need you to get in there. We've got bombers for that. So I can... Let's try and use the Witch. There we go. Get Skellies in there. Go on, Priestess. That's it. Perfect. A little bit closer. There we go, my darling. So there we are. We're in there. We are in there. Let's get Mac in there too. Got a Ghastly Gunslingers. Let's get a couple of Jugs in there because we just lost a bucket load of our tanks. Let's use Mac's Claw. So great damage going on down there. Let's get the Ghastly Gunslingers going. Let's get our final gunners. Keep 2 back. Let's get our second Witch Doctor in there. I don't think we can afford to sort of try and be economical with our Witch Doctors because we need to win this battle. Let's get the Priestess in there now as well. There we go. Use the Witch Doctor. So that's quite a bit of skeletons going in there now. We're taking a lot of fire now. A lot of fire that we don't really want to be taking. So where's the Priestess? She's got to be in there. Come on, lock them up. There we go. The mortar has been taken. Problem is, we don't have many gunners left in there. We need to really start working on that mortar now, guys. Come on. We've got a couple of guns left. This isn't really helping our cause. The brute. Let's hope that just going to miss that mortar shell there on the gunners. That would help. Come on. The 2 folks on the grog storage. Where is our Juggernaut? Oh, he's okay. They're here hitting nothing. We need some skeletons. 1 skeleton, 2 skeletons isn't really enough. Keep an eye on these gunners here. The Witch Shots just come to the right a little bit. Just, you know, a little to the right. We've got a few skeletons bobbing there. Oh, that was just a second too late, unfortunately. So we've got to try and get a few percentage and quick because we're running out of time. We're 44%. I don't think we're going to have enough. Can we take out this cannon? That'll help, that'll help. Go on. Oh, no. So we've lost this one. I did say we're going to start to get a few losses. I'm not liking the troop combination, so we're going to have to change that. You've got to go with what you're comfortable with. So we've got a rethink approach to this PR pushing. So I'm going to pause the video. I need to actually get some sailing going as well at the same instant, so I'll sit here and have a rethink on my troop combo and quickly show you before we jump into another battle. Okay, also I'm thinking of going with 2 Witch Doctors, 2 Priestess, 2 Heavy Gunners, 5 Dragonauts, 10 Bombers and 27 Gunners. So, you know, that's one thing. I need a little bit more firepower. Ditching the Brute. We've got about the same bombers as well, yeah, 10. So let's jump into another battle and let's hope for a bit more success, because we took an absolute 450, we're now 150 PR away from our goal, so we're going backwards and not forwards. Again, I mean, maybe there'd be a point where we need to start going for the little 5 PRs, but this one's a 13. If we can 3-star this, you know, we're going to recoup some of that loss that we've taken in the last couple of raids. Just check here, so they're decorations. Sometimes people do that. There's a little outhouse there, so, you know, keep that in mind when you're PR pushing. They're going to put these little buildings in the corner. I was actually thinking I've rushed this a little bit, and we're going to have to start deploying our troops, because we didn't check where the ground pounds are. I have seen where they are. They are sort of in a, you know, general normal place, one over there and one over there. So, you know, we'll be fine with that. Obviously, I'm using Mac McCracken still. Not ideal for a push, but needs must and must needs, as they say. Let's start to think about getting our Priestess in very shortly. Got our last Juggernaut in there. Got 7 of our Gunners held back. Can we get Mac in there, please? There we go. So once we get in through this wall, once Mac gets in there, starts, there we go, some trouble. Right now, let's hit a button. So now they're focusing on Mac. Can we deploy our Priestess? There we go. Having some problems deploying it here at the moment. So we're going to start hitting this ground pounder in a minute. It's going to get taken out. The problem Mac one here is on the left. So 1 ground pounder's gone down, 1 mortar's gone down. So we're looking great so far. We're trying to keep an eye on our Witch Doctors as well. Our Priestess is right in there. There's all those builds up. So the mortar's been taken care of now. Ground pounder's finally gone down. There's still 7 gunners remaining. I know it's an easier base, but, you know, it's looking a lot more overpowered at the moment. Perhaps you're going to, you know, 70%, 65, there you go. And there's not that many defences left. We've got, you know, still decent amount of tanks, a lot of damage dealers left. And, you know, we're not even going to need the 7 gunners we've got sitting here, unless our troops start to be a bit silly. We've still got a Priestess left as well. The Witch Doctors haven't used their revive button. There's a few skeletons there, so, you know, let's resurrect those. Let's not be too wasteful. Little skelly over here. And we've just got these couple of big toughness, or should say HP buildings, and this raid has gone a lot better than I had expected. So we've got legendary fort there as well, but we've got plenty of time. We can sit back here, make a cup of coffee, have something to eat. I'm kidding with yous. So the legendary fort should go down any second, and there we go. Let's move on to our ship. This would be good if you had like a little fast forward button like yes, and I know I've got this raid 1 now. Can we skip forward a little bit? I want to save some time, but I guess not. There we go. We have 13 pirate rank points back to our name. 137 more to go. I say this is going to be, you know, it could go on for a week or 2, as long as we've got enough gold and grog especially, but especially gold, keep those defences being built. We're going to go for a PR push. Why not? Let's do something different. Let's not just be a farmer our whole life. It's just the person raiding with Mac McCracken. He's the farmer's choice. But, you know, all my top heavy hitter legendary pirates are constantly upgrading. I need those, so when we do want to use those, you know, they're going to be real decent for us, and where we haven't used them in so many levels, like 6 levels or something, we're going to notice the difference together. Okay, we need, that's not a bad little one, to be honest. Some decent, well, I say decent, they're Pirate Rule 9 walls, but the defence is Pirate Rule 10s. Where's these Grand Pandas? I see one there. They have one over there. Yep, we're not going to go for that. No, I'm not falling into that trap. This would be lovely. I'd love to raid this. If it was the other way around, 21 for winning and 3 for a loss, I'd take that on, no problem. I'm sure you would. Okay, we've got the exposed, or partly exposed pirate hall, but it's not exposed as you would think. We're going to skip past that. We're going to be picky. We're going to, you know, we're going to pick on the weaker bases. Like this one is an 8+. Now, if we can get back to sort of 500-ish by the end of this episode, give it another half hour, I doubt it, but if we can get close enough to that, we've sort of made some progress together, and we'll carry on again, you know, tomorrow and the day after and so on, until we hit Pirate Rank 6. Okay, 7 seconds remaining, 1 Grand Panda there, 1 over here, so we're going to just, you know, we're going to attack from this region here where the legendary fort is. Let's use 2 juggernauts. That should be enough tanks for now to start clearing out some of these outlying buildings. Let's use their ability, because we don't want to take all day. We've got to clear a lot of these buildings out before we can start, you know, pushing the force inwards, as they say. It sounds a bit like a Star Wars quote there, doesn't it? The force. Okay, come on, Luke Skywalker, get into the action. Let's start getting our witch doctors in these locations. Let's get our juggies in this location. One in the back here so he can go wherever he wants to go. Get our heavy gunners into this situation here. A few more gunners in either side. And now we need to start thinking about getting our bombers into this location. Start busting down those walls. Let's start getting Mac McCracken. Let's get him up there. He's a bit of a tank. So let's get him in there. Let's use our gunner's ability. Mac's in there. Let him go to the next one. There we go. Let's use his ability now. Got some damage down on the gun tower. Everything's looking pretty well. Priestess is over the back here. But, you know, the mortar's the main concern here. Not really. This coming from 2 angles. Then we use the ability if we're able to. Like so. There we go. So, okay, the mortar's already taken care of. But we've completely locked up the base now. We've got 9 guns left. This raid, again. No, it's not, you know, a higher ranking PH9 base, but we've got the business done, and that's what it's about when, you know, doing rumbles and PR pushing is winning. Winning is winning. Trust me. As the saying goes, don't matter if it's an inch or a mile, winning's winning, and that's what we want to do. We want to be up there on the leaderboards, and no one's going to judge being on the leaderboards. You've gone and beaten weaker bases. No, you've took the time. You've had the patience to do it. No one's going to complain. Most of all, not me. Okay, we've got a little bit of resources. Not exactly ideal because that army costs 130,000 more or something. So not ideal. You've got to keep one eye on the grog. We're on 2.2 mil. We're maxed on gold. There's nothing we can do with that until worker frees up, and that's not till tomorrow. So we'll have to try and think of something quite expensive to dump it on, but we've already done the ground powders, we've already done the mortars, just the gun towers, cannons and traps and things to do. Okay, let's jump into the next battle. You know, this troop combo worked a lot better on that base, and the base before. We have a 12+ here, so we have to sort of consider taking this base on. I'm feeling confident. We're coming from this direction, maybe try and take out this legendary fort. I think we're going to need to get 1 juggy in there. A bunch of guns just in this corner. Should be out of range of the mortars. As long as that juggy, yeah, that's it. Don't go too silly. Take out its legendary fort. Once that's taken care of, there's a little outhouse up there. Make sure we push the right button. Don't want to put a juggernaut up there and waste him. Right, so now the legendary fort has been taken care of. Let's get sent just a few gunners in there. Now we're going to start getting our bombers into this, and they are going to try and get some of these buildings down. Doesn't really matter. Let's get Mac in there. Get a heavy gunner there. 1 in the corner here. Get a witch doctor. Priestess is getting ready, because we're getting ready to punch our way into the base. He's in there. Mac's in there. Use his ability. Perfect. Coming in, bombers. Let's punch a hole through this wall now. Witch Doctor's got to use his ability to get them skellies up. Now we've got a big load of tanks because the skellies. No, skellies, you're going the wrong way. We want to go in the base. That's where we want to go. You can. There we go. In the base. Use their ability. Lock up those 2 mortars. Perfect. Could have got the ground pounder there. Can't really complain. We've used all our troops now. Didn't save any back. This is make or break, people. This is make or say. Witch Doctor's gone down there. Oh man, that ground pounder is hurting. Wow. That's a real hurting. Guys, we need to get in to the left and quick. We need to get... Wow, the range of this ground pounder, are you kidding me? It's like he's got a level 3 ground pounder. It's just... didn't push the button, Sib. The ground pounder's range to there, that shouldn't be the case. His ground pounder, because it's a level 2, should be in this region. There's no way all them corpses should actually be there. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So we've got, you know, if we can carry on round the side here with the heavy gunner and juggernauts, don't think we have enough time to 3-star the base. 2-star if we was extremely lucky, and I don't think we are. And the bombers are here, maybe. Maybe now we've got an opening in the base because of the bombers that's gone a bit crazy. They might come in this direction with a bit of luck, and that means we can, you know, start to maybe 2-star the base. No, but the juggernauts and heavy... Come on, heavy gunner, come on. No, that's not the way. That's it. Walk backwards now. Coming into this section, 30 odd seconds. Don't think it's going to be enough. I've got to be honest, I don't think we've got enough in the tank here to get it done, especially if they focus on the wrong buildings, like the lighthouse. Now we've got to get in there. We've got no ability for the juggernauts. They've gone the wrong way anyway. The heavy gunners obviously been taken out by the short range portal, so this raid, well, we've got a win. Let's end that because we're just wasting time here. Well, we've got a win. We've got a third of the PR that we wanted. So, you know, we've got a +4. That ground pounder, I'm sure, should not have been able to hit my troops there. No way, Jose. So again, you know, we're getting down on the grog. We're almost under 2 mil now. Got to keep a big eye on that. Maybe start to raid for a bit more resources. We're got to start winning these battles better, Sib, because we're doing terrible, rushing too much. Okay, so there's +4 there. That would have been ideal, but no, we're not going to go for that one. Got a +9 here. Now it's decent defences, but I don't know why someone's cutting the grass this late on a Sunday. My apologies. A bit distracted, but the pirate hall, sorry, the walls for a pirate hall 7, that is. But decent pirate hall 10 defences. So you know that's quite a tasty base. +9. Do I think we can do it? Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. The ground pounders are there. We'll come this way, I think. Everyone probably... No, don't do that. We've got to. Okay, let's get our jugs. We want to get our jugs in there real early now. Let's get our long line. We've got to go just... There's an outhouse on the bottom left there. That's why the gunner's swimming there, see? And one that... Not outhouse. Builder's hut. Get our witch doctors in this location. Now I want to start getting our heavy gunners. We want to save priestesses for quite some time yet. So we've got to hold back on our bombers as well. We need to start thinking about a way to get into this base. Maybe this way. Try and, you know, take that gold storage out. Then we can start to think about the ground pounder that's there next to us. So we've done some damage onto the ground pounder. Keep an eye on what's going on here. We need to start getting a priestess in there shortly. Now that's gone down, we can get our bombers in this location. We've not needing to use the witch doctors quite yet. Mac McCracken's gone down. That's fine. We need to start coming at this angle here. We need to start locking up this ground pounder because the troops sort of focus on the left a little bit. Now I'm trying to push them sort of on the right because look, the damage is now coming in to that location. Where is our priestess? There she is. Can we lock them up? Come on, there we go. So we're going to take a little bit too much damage than I would have liked, but now we can try and take this ground pounder out in time. Yes, we do. So now we can take out this base. It's going okay so far. Again, not too sure. There we go. Resurrect some skellies if we can. Get into the base. We've still got this mortar here causing a bit of a cause for concern. Maybe we'll come in this way with the priestess. By the time, that's it. Mortar's already taken down. Perfect, perfect, perfect. A triple R there. Don't know why. There is a cannon behind that. It's becoming a bit of cause for concern. Where is our priestess? There she is. Let's use her ability. Locked up the cannon and the bunker as well. Got one gunner holding back. We need to get really into this base. Come on now. Let's use our resurrection. Let's get them skellies in this location. We need to start busting our way into this cannon. Because time's ticking away and he's taking out quite a few of my troops. And this gunner should be able to take him out. Because, you know, there's quite a few tanks there. Cannon's gone. There's no other way for the base to defend itself. However, we are not going to get the 3-star. Because we've got a building here. Then we've got a building over here. Unless the gunner, you know, takes these out and goes there, it's not going to happen. Okay, let's use our skellies, or should I say, a resurrect on the Witch Doctor. Oh, there was another cannon there. My mistake. So, can we get this done in time? No, definitely not. But 2-star, well, we can't complain with that, really, I don't think. Who knows? There could be time. There could be time. It's not got a lot of hit points, the Builder's Hut. If we've got time to get across, this heavy gunner could hit that if he is quick enough. Can he do the range? Can he get the range? Let's use the ability. So, oh! Just, let's say 3 more seconds. The gunner there had his ability. Look, he just got on the island there. The heavy gun just targeted. Oh, man. 6 PR, though. 6 PR. That'll do. Again, let's reel our troops. So we've gone up to, I don't know, 20-odd thousand grog, I guess. Let's see if we get ourselves a bandit's chest. And we've got our abilities here. Didn't even check that. Tenacious Buccaneers, no good. Brutes, no good. Witch Doctors, there you go. Increase protection by 5%. Perfect. Gold Rush, we don't need Gold Rush. So only 1 half decent buff. Okay. 3, no good. That's all we've got to do. We've got to sort of analyse the PR and the bases as well. And loot as well would be even better. 2. +4, +7. It's a tough base, there's no loot in that, so we can't really afford to take that. You know, if we had loads of grog we could, but we don't. So +5 is no good. That would have been a base to attack, but unfortunately not enough resources. So again, we've got to be very, very picky in the bases that we're going to choose. +6, we need more PR. We're on 481. We need more PR. You know, 8, but that's a real tough base. Grand Pandas, so we've got 1 there. Whereas the other one's facing there. So yeah, I mean, we come in from this direction. Problem is, we've got these heavy hitting mortars at the back there. That could be a cause for concern. But it's quite a bit of grog. So I think maybe we owe it to ourselves to try and get this done. So let's get a couple of gunners in there. 1 there. Because there's not a lot to hit us, really, apart from this gun tower, and there's this cannon here, so maybe get just, you know, 1 juggy in there, 1 in there. Let's start to use our gunner's ability. Now I want to start getting our heavy gunners in this location. As soon as we can, we want to use his ability like so. So we're going to take out his gun tower, we want to take out his cannon. Then we want to start getting our bombers in here. We're going to get a Witch Doctor there, Witch Doctor there. Now we start to get in our juggernauts and another little line of gunners. Then we push 1 priestess here, so she's ready. We want her pushing inwards, we want her north. We want to get in there. Now we're in. Now we're in. Now here's where the real battle commences. So hopefully we can, you know, distract long enough with Mac McCracken, get some damage in there, get some of those mortars wanting to, you know, take out our troops. Use the priestess. Perfect. Locked up a mortar at least. A grand powder. A bunker. Not 2 mortars, unfortunately. But the raid is going swimmingly well. Let's get in there. Get into the action. Trying to look out for some skellies to resurrect. There's only like 1 skelly at the minute to resurrect. So unfortunately not. Where are you going, guys? Guys, oh no, we do not need our tanks coming out of the base. I mean, it's just, you know, it's a no-brainer. We've got half our army there. Let's use the Witch Doctors. Try and get some of these skellies resurrected. Perfect. Now the priestess is coming in. She's coming into the base. It's going to be real handy now. I mean, this could go really well. Priestess is stunned. Don't really want her stunned. Got to use her ability earlier than I wanted to. Because we can't have a stunned priestess. Keep 1 gunner back. This is going to get real nasty, this battle, shortly. We still get a Witch Doctor in there. We lost so many guns in this location because we've got no tanks. Our Juggernauts decide to take a massive detour along with the guns on the outside here. Wasn't ideal. Need this mortar taken care of quickly, guys. Quickly. Need the Witch Doctor in there because we got practically the heavy gunner as a damage dealer. The Juggernauts are getting a bit low. You know, we don't need the gunners over here protected. We're getting shot from a gun tower, guys. Guys. Come on, guys. I mean, the Witch Doctor should have stayed with the heavy guns. The gunners should have stayed in the base. I mean, look at all them skellies waiting there. If we can just trickle this one gunner in, might trick the AI of the Witch Doctor to come into the base. As I say, now they're going to start taking a massive detour. We're not going to freestyle it. If I could get some of that grog, I don't think we can because the Witch Doctor's, you know, not really helping the matters. But unfortunately not. Get a couple shots. One, no, okay. That's the raid over. So, you know, it can be frustrating. We've got 2-star rather than what we wanted. 75 PR. Oh, that's not good at all. Yeah, when the troops do... I've had a lot of talks about troop AI lately, and I wish there could be a tweak, but they can't due to, you know, processors and old generation of devices still being in use, and they're not on iOS 11, I believe. Anyway, not technical, but you know, that seems to be the problem, and they won't change the AI due to that, and that's why you've got this sort of problematic AI. There is a logical explanation behind the AI path, and we'll have to go into that into another video. Today is not the day. Okay, so I'm just having a quick look in chat. So as you can see, there's a bunch of requests in there, but we've got, I think, requests PR1 or something in there, just to help us get a few members in there. Okay, so we need to open the bandits chest now, and don't forget the troops. Also, we got our 7-day login today, Marauders. Let's open a better chest from Sailing. Let's see what we're going to get from this. Hope we want to get something good. EP, some gold. Oh, okay, we ditched the gold. We don't need that bandits chest. Let's see what we want to get from here. Some grog would be nice. Some BP too. The exquisite diamond, I don't need that. Golden idol for Ching. 500 BP as well in now. What are we going to get from this one? We need, I don't know what we need. Atlantean Aquamarine, more shark tooths. Yeah, as soon as we chuck out the stuff from Blackbeard, we'll be okay. The other episode I'd done, I was, you know, chucking out a bunch of stuff that I'm trying, you know. I want to start creating other legendary pirates. I hope that streamer there, or the noise of the lawnmower, is not becoming a nuisance. Okay, so we need to find something else here we need to get rid of. I think that cursed peridot there would be ideal. And let's collect those items now. 450 BP, 350 EP, and a bunch of sharktooth and majestic rubies. Perfect. Okay, let's gem our army here. And, you know, 32 minutes, we're doing good. We are doing fantastic. We could get, you know, get this 14 PR, then, you know, we can wrap up the video early. Not too sure though. Don't hold your breath, people. Okay, we need decent amount, because if we only 2-star like we've been doing, you know, you only get 50% of the PR on offer, and you know, 2 or 3 PR from 50% is not ideal. We need more. Okay, so let's keep clicking next. Let's hope to find our base. I'm trying to keep an ear open because I can hear a lot of noise going on outside my window, and if need be, I need to pause the video and close some windows to try and drown out that sound. So +2, that is no use to us. Plus the sounds of, you know, my dog out there barking and someone else's. That's not mine. We need this PR. Come on now. Not that base design. We need grog. Okay. Tough base because of the cannons. The layout, not so much. You know, thinking about this, the Grand Pandas, they are in, you know, an okay location, to be honest. There's a lot of high hit point buildings in there, but I think with 8 we've got to go for it. We have to go for this. Okay, let's put a gunner there, gunner there. Let's start with, you know, start putting some gunners up here, because that's been a bit of a problem for us as well in the raids. Keep a juggernaut back. Let's, you know, do what we used to do. Let's get just a long line. I think maybe part of my problem is I'm trying to raid differently to how I used to, and that's causing me a bunch of problems because I'm used to raiding in a particular aggressive manner. Just get everything in there. Shove it in there. Just get in there and do the damage. Get through those walls, smack my krakens in there. Can we lock something up? Go on, priestess. There we go. Lock up that mortar, because that's a bit painful. We really need to get this Grand Panda at the back here, because owie, 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 it's hurting. Big time. Right, come on, guys. Get in there. Matt McCracken, use your ability. There we go. Perfect. Some more damage onto the Grand Panda. The Witch Doctor is hanging back. We don't need him hanging back there. We need him into the core. Need another priestess in there. Let's get our gunners going. Perfect. Witch Doctor over there. Took a scenic route, shall we say. Priestess is coming in. Go a little bit closer, a little bit closer. There we go. Use her ability. Perfect. Locks up a bunch of defences there. Can Witch Doctor please get into the base? Don't worry about these gunners. Push forwards. Because we're running out of troops. Running out of troops drastically. You know, where are you going, Witch Doctor? I want to shoot you. You've cost me the raids. No. No, Witch Doctor, where are you going? Don't keep following the gunner. And let's try and deploy. If I can deploy these here, will the Witch Doctor have enough brain cells to loop back and want to come and heal these? Probably not. Come on. There we go. I don't know why they're zigzagging into the base. And again, you know, the pathway is... I don't know. I can't explain why they're zigzagging in the base. Surely they're meant to walk in a straight line? There we go. There we go. Some skellies. We're definitely not freestarring this. Let's end it there. This is getting painful to watch now. That's it. I've had enough. Matt McCracken, you are useless, my sir. Absolutely useless. Okay. Order our troops. Let's go into the fight. Start our streak buffs. What's this? Okay. Decrease damage by 10% by Juggernauts. Perfect. Exactly what we need. Right, +7. And look at the base. We should, Tib, we should 3-star this base. Please. Otherwise we've got to uninstall the game. We've got to go on Google Play, hit uninstall. So let's make sure we don't have to hit uninstall here. Please, Sebado. Let's take this base out. And again, you know, it's going to get real stressful PR pushing because, you know, we've got to win. With farming, it doesn't matter if you win, if you get the loot, or, you know, a good chunk of the loot, make a good profit. PR pushing, it is a different ball game. We need to get in there. We need to win. So let's get a Juggernaut in there, start taking some of this damage for us. Try and take out this legendary fort. Get a couple of guns in there. We probably might even be better off just coming in where he wants me to come in this sort of direction here. Let's get our Witch Doctor in there. Let's get some more guns in this location. Cornelius, I wish. Matt McCracken in there. Let's get our priestess in that location. Heavy gunner here. Let's start to, you know, get another Witch Doctor in there. Get some bombers in this location. And we should be, you know, okay. Let's use max ability. Perfect. Get some damage on there. So let's get another gunner over here. You know, clearing out a good portion of the base now. It's looking really, really healthy. Maybe a couple more guns in this little location. Keep a couple back. Keep an eye on our troops because we want to resurrect our skellies if need be. Get a priestess in there now. Use our gunner's ability. I see a few skeletons. If we push in a little bit more north, Witch Doctor. There we go. So a few skellies we're going to resurrect. Hopefully. No, they've got stuck. Why am I not resurrecting my skellies? No. You can see them bobbling. I used the ability too and they're just stuck there. I've been duped. I've been duped. Okay, you know, we should have enough firepower to take care of this base. I'm hoping so. Absolutely. We should, because we're coming around this way now. The cannon's going to go, gun tower, then it leaves the ship. There we go. Oh, so you want to work now. Now we've got skeletons here, been resurrected. Perfect. Keep these couple of gunners back, save a little bit on our grog. Yes! I don't have to uninstall the game. Yes! Save. Oh, there we go. 498 PR and some grog. Perfect. Climb up on the grog too. So hopefully this is going to be our last attack for this episode anyway, and that leaves us with, you know, 100. So we got losing and stuff. 50 PR we gained in this episode, so we can do that over the next 2 days, maybe. It's not going to be that easy, trust me. But we're going to get there. Together, I tell you, we're going to get there. Definitely. I could take this base on, but again, 4 PR for a 3-star. Am I going to 3-star it? Maybe get 2 PR? I don't know. We've got, you know, some decent buffs there. So it's increased toughness by 10%, Juggernauts. Increased damage done by 10% by Juggernauts. You know, that's a good little buff. We don't want to waste that. We need something, you know, decent. I don't like the look of that design. You know, it's just absolutely going to fall. My pirates to going into there, definitely a big no-no. So, you know, that's a clever design here as well. I mean, I could come through the back here, but with 5 PR, I don't feel it's worthy of attacking. So there's another +3 here. Unfortunately, you know, the easier bases are lower down in PR. That's why I'm getting less PR on show for attacking. This one's a 5, +5. However, I believe that we can potentially get in there and do a 3-star. Potentially. Oh, I know what everyone's going to be saying. You've got no guild ship troops. You know what? That's correct. I forgot to fill it up twice. Never mind. We're raiding without our guild ship troops. And that we could have won some raids actually if we just had those extra 10 troops, or maybe 3-starred. So yeah. Oh well, doesn't matter. Let's move on. Let's not worry about it. Let's get Mac in there. I'm going to get him in there early. I am concerned with these bunkers here. I want to start getting my heavy gunners in there. I want to get my witch doctors. There we go, in there. Now I need to get my bombers into this section here. Priestess in the middle. Use max ability. There we go. So they are going to go walkabouts. I've not, you know, raided properly this attack. Let's lock up those defences there. Hopefully we can get through these walls. The bombers should have enough in them to start pushing into this base. And yeah, we're going in now. So, you know, the ground pounder one's been taken out already. The other one should get taken out in a second. There we go. So we're in. A troop took a massive detour, but you know, we've managed to hold in there. Keep an eye on, you know, the skelly situation. We can resurrect a few. So I might as well use the ability now, because we've not been using it very much. But I just felt, you know, it's not been a correct time to use it. We've got the mortar over the back here. The portal's gone down. So now, heavy guns are in there, causing mayhem. Here we go. So it's just a cannon left in there to defend with. Perfect. Let's use a gunner there. A gunner on that legendary fort over there. We've got more than enough troops. Should have more than enough troops to, you know, 3-star the base. Got well over a minute to go. Some mines going off and stuff. Guildhall there has been taken out. I can hear some mines being sprung. And, you know, we've got troops going up this way. Oh, that's a mine. That's it. Perfect. We've got just so many troops. We should have this in the bag. Should. So we've got the stonemason left and the Guildhall remaining. There shouldn't be anything else. We've got our little juggernaut who's been imprisoned here by a very clever little mark there. So let's take the stonemason out. Let's get our points, and this is our way to. And this is my record. 501 PR was my record for a Pirate Hall 8, and now we've breached that by a 2 PR. We're on 503 PR, so we need 97 more pirate rank to go. Thank you for your service there, Mac McCracken, but we're going to wrap up the end of this episode, and we're going to be pushing maybe a little bit later on if we've got time, do a few raids, but yeah, the next, you know, few days at least we're going to be pushing to pirate rank 6. So I hope you enjoyed this episode all. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.